Oh, hello there. Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it? I thought I'd get back into the habit of doing this. Been busy and not been well, so yeah, thought I'd get back. Today I want to talk about a couple of stories which I think are just going to rumble on, or types of stories that are going to rumble on, probably leading all the way up to the next election. The government's in a bit of a pickle over a number of issues like, well, pretty much everything. Poverty, inflation, what else have we got? There's Brexit, there's still COVID, and, oh yes, all those sexual assaults in Parliament, allegedly. So the right-wing media, be it online, be it in the press, are going to want to highlight woke and culture war issues, yes, and tell us all about the dreaded wokeists and get us talking about things which aren't very important at all, and shout, "Look over there! Look over there! It's a dog!" Yes, or something similar. Yes, anyway, first up, trans, okay? The go-to bogey person of the moment. I want to highlight one particular story which cropped up last week in The Times. Allegedly, a young woman at a private school questioned a speaker from the House of Lords who was talking about trans issues and was then bullied by a group of 60, very precise number, 60 of her schoolmates, and was forced to leave and is very unhappy. Right, this was reported by The Times and has been picked up by a number of other newspapers. At the time, sorry, bad pun, I was a little bit sort of concerned by this, because if you think about newspapers and journalism, there's who, what, where, when, how, and why. And almost none of those boxes are ticked. Who? A schoolgirl, who apparently is 18, but she can't be named because she's a schoolgirl, and yet she's 18, so I don't really understand that. Who, what, whatever she said happened, where, at a private school somewhere in the home counties, which is probably encompassing about half the population of England. Who, what, where, when, a while ago, who, what, where, when, how, whatever she said, and why. We don't really know, whatever she said. So I'm amazed. I mean, you know, any other story like this, a sub-editor or an editor would just go, no, we can't run this. It's got no substance at all. But because it's trans issues, we can, obviously. And let's play a clip related to this, because there's been a sort of pile-on from the right wing with this, with J.K. Rowling and various government ministers who have just accepted this story as true, because after all it must be. And just, yeah, let's listen to Leo and some of his particular comments. We'll unpack a little bit of the language.
To the Sunday Times, and a row at a school has spilled out onto the Twitter sphere. Leo, what's going on?
Yeah, so this is, I mean, you might remember last week there was a row because a teenage girl was basically bullied out of her school. She disagreed with, or she asked questions. She didn't, explicitly deny what was being taught her, but they had, a trans rights activist came to teach them about trans ideology. She questioned it and posited that perhaps biological sex could be real, men and women could exist, and there are differences between them. And she was forced out of her school. So she's now being backed by J.K. Rowling, the Education Secretary Nadeem Zahawi, who's appearing in the papers a lot at the moment, and various other people.
Yes, well, there you have it, Leo. Thanks very much. Again, absolutely no questioning of this story. It must be true. Why? Because it's about how bad trans people are. And the language. I love the language. A trans activist. Member of the House of Lords? Really? Probably not. And trans ideology. It's an ideology. Okay then. Anyway, yeah, like I say, this is going to be one of those stories that's and themes which is just going to run over the next few months up to the next election. The next clip I want to show you is one of those non-stories about someone doing something which they don't actually do, but it's blown up out of all proportion. And this one's around race, which is going to be another one as well, because we do have a government that does like to say, "Oh, look over there, there's a brown person." yeah, let's have a look at this. And again, it's GB News, so we'll discuss the particular article and what might be wrong with what they're saying.
Racist 3-month-year-old.
Okay.
Forgive me, it's the is it the Sunday Telegraph? Sunday Telegraph.
Okay, so this is going from one extreme to the other. So children as young as 3 months old may be racially biased, council claims, because the council knows these things. The council are aware of these things.
And it's their job, isn't
And
it,
it's
rather than
their
collecting,
job.
emptying bins?
It's their job to collect bins, recycle, and basically stop these hideous 3-month-old babies from being racist. There's a poster being shared by the Islington Council that says by 5, white children are strongly biased in favour of whiteness. Okay, by 5, I kind of concur that, you know, you may know colour, you may know that someone's different, and in fact you have that wonderful quality where you just point it out and say, oh, mummy, why is that person black or white? You know, you might say that.
I love it when you're in the queue at the airport and the kid says, "Mummy, why is that boy brown?" or something like that.
Why is that woman wearing that funny mask?
Oh my God, my child's going to say something that could be construed as racist. I must deal with this.
They're just saying it's beautiful and it's innocent and it's lovely, right? But then they're going further and saying at 3 months they have. At 3 months, babies look more at faces that match the race of their caregivers. No, babies are actually very selfish. They'll go to the person that will feed them, that will give them food and nourishment and comfort. So it's nothing to do with colour. So, I mean, it's just this has gone too far the other way. Yeah. And I think maybe just children children actually, I think we could learn from children, like small kids, because they don't see colour. They don't see. They'll only repeat what they're told. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there you have it. Thanks to Twitter, I've got hold of the offending article, which I'll show you here. You'll notice it doesn't actually say that 3-month-old babies are racist, but obviously that's the attention-grabbing headline. I think most of us would agree that a 5-year-old with racist parents probably is going to be racist. Children learn to do it. And, well, yeah. Anyway, we will hear a lot more of these stories in the run-up to the next election, whenever it is. My guess is sooner rather than later, because I can't see anything getting any better for this government, and this might be their time to run with it. So, we'll wait and see. As ever, welcome any of your comments. Tell me I'm wrong, please, because I usually am. And I will suggest that you have a lovely Sunday. Coffee. Go and enjoy it. The sun's out.